Hey, what's up, everybody? Comic Quarter 410 here. I had a pretty nice past 2 weeks, other than being sick, that is. I hit up a sale, and my local Polish shop bought several collections, so they ended up dumping a lot of nice stuff in their 25-cent, 50-cent, and dollar bins. But first off, I grabbed this beautiful Art Adams cover to Captain America 13. It's an homage to Alex Schomburg's Golden Age Marvel work, and it's a beautiful cover. I actually saw this in Comic Crypt of Castle Hills video, and it's great to see Mike back, starting his channel back up. So welcome back. Got a few variants for cover price. This is the Deadpool number 3 Marvel 1992 variant by Rob Liefeld, sort of an homage to X-Force 2, I believe it is. Got this Art Adams all new Wolverine number 1 variant. Couldn't believe they gave me this for cover price. But beautiful Art Adams cover. Another Art Adams variant. Can you tell I like him? This is a Monstrum sketch variant to Monsters Unleashed number 1. And some discount bin books. Found first appearance of Checkmate here, Action Comics 598. Found these signed books, and he gave me such a break on them. They ended up being less than $2 a piece. Got X-Men 30 signed by Fabian Nicienza. Fabian, rather. A Rags Morales signed Identity Crisis number 7. Carl Kessel signed Adventures of Superman 505. One of those gimmicky 90 covers that I'm such a sucker for. Found a nice copy of Green Lantern Rebirth number 1 signed by Jeff Johns. I know these signatures are legit because I have other books signed by him. Got the Wizard 1/2 Teen Titans, and it's also signed by Jeff Johns. It's got the COA. And this one I could not believe. The beautiful Michael Turner cover to Teen Titans number 1, which I already have, and I have the sketch version and this signed by Jeff Johns, who signed it right here. But I don't know if they noticed or not, but Michael Turner signed it up there, and that is definitely a real Michael Turner signature, so I was happy to get my hands on that for such a steal. And Teen Titans 27 signed by Rob Liefeld. So if they get signed books that don't have COAs, they often just give them to me for a deal because they know I'll buy them. More discount bin stuff. I probably bought 80 to 100 books out of their discount bin, so it won't make you sit through all of them. But I found Axel Press Button number 1 with this gorgeous Brian Bolin cover. Dave Stevens in the 50-cent bins. You're not going to pass those up. Some of these were 25-cent too, I believe. But Alien Worlds number 2, I've been looking for this cover. Such a stunner. Dave Stevens is just one of the greatest artists of all time, in my opinion. Love his covers. Got Aliens World number 4. Another absolute stunner from Dave Stevens. I can just sit here and stare at his work all day. Got Mr. Monster number 2. Another Dave Stevens cover. Very underrated series. Got another copy of Pacific Presents Rocketeer number 1. Believe this was in the dollar bin as well. Got Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs Marvel adaptation. Don't know who painted this cover, but it's gorgeous. I'll have to find out. That is a beautiful cover. Got Eclipse Comics Tales of Terror number 1. Reed Fleming, World's Toughest Milkman, number 2. Found a boatload of Nexus books in the 25-cent bin. Not going to show all of them. Found a lot of Dark Horse stuff and some earlier stuff as well. But this is Nexus, The Origin. I got both covers of that, actually. Found the Capital Comics Color Nexus, number 1. I already have the Gumby Summer Fun special, and they both have covers by Art Adams, so I've been looking for this and found it incredibly cheap. So, happy to get my hands on that as well. Found a lot of Teen Titans I needed. I think close to 20 issues I needed to complete my run. So I think I'm within 4 issues of having Teen Titans completed finally. And I found this one for 25 cents, and it's a decent copy. This is the final issue, issue 91. And those last couple issues of Tales of the Teen Titans are pretty tough to come by, in my opinion, in the wild. So was happy to snatch that on the cheap. I actually got the last 3 issues in that 25-cent bin. Found another copy of ElfQuest #1. Absolutely love this series, and I recently reread the trades, and it holds up so well. If you've never read ElfQuest and you're a fan of, you know, anything like The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, Dungeons and Dragons, that type of stuff, do yourself a favor and read these books. Amazing stuff. Found this, and never heard of this book, Image, The Stardust Kid #3. I just got it because it's a Mike Ploog cover. Dreamwave, Transformers, G.I. Joe, Divided Front #1. Got She-Cat #1 by AC Comics. Got Normal Man #1, #2, and #3 with this EC homage cover. Another steal in the 25-cent bin, Eclipse Comics, John Bolton, Halls of Horror #1. Love John Bolton's work. Gonna give that a read. As I said before, I think Mr. Monster is an incredibly underrated series. This is Doc Stern, Mr. Monster #1, with this beautiful Michael T. Gilbert cover, and you can totally see the heavy, heavy influence of Bernie Wrightson on his work. His covers are beautiful. Found some manga books that I like. Dirty Pair 2 #1. And got Dominion #1 as well. Got this on a big discount. This was either $1 or $2. It's got a few small problems, but I already have the hardcover version of this. This is the Eclipse Rocketeer collected trade from the 1980s, and you can see it was $7.95 cover price then, so got a great steal on it. Dave Stevens artwork, again, just absolutely stunning. Look at that cover. He left us way too early. I would have loved to see him have worked on some of the DC and Marvel characters. He did do in Who's Who, if you pick up the DC Who's Who, he drew the entries for Dolphin and Catwoman, and they are beautiful. Beautiful. Just a teaser of what we might have gotten from him had he not died so young. Was very, very stoked to get my hands on some more 30-cent Marvel test covers that I needed. Got a very good deal on these because some of them have problems. This one has a small split on the spine and some damage there, but Captain Marvel 44 30-cent test cover. This one is a gem. I want to give a big thank you to Evan Leahy for letting me know that his friend had this available for sale. This is the Kid Colt Outlaw 205 30-cent test cover. Extremely hard to find. This book does not come cheap. I paid a good bit for it, but I've been looking for one for a while. And this copy's beautiful. It's probably about an 8.5. Very nice and bright. Gorgeous Gil Kane cover, and you just don't see these come up for sale too often. I've been looking for it for a while, and unfortunately there's 3 more Kid Colt covers I need. Found an incredible deal on this Ringo Kid 27. Again, this is a very rare test cover. It does have some water damage. I'm going to send it for a press and see if that can help it some, but even in this condition, I'm happy to have it. It's very, very hard to come by. Somebody tried to sell it for 10 cents at a yard sale. Would have been nice to have gotten it for that, but I did not pay very much for it, and I'm very happy. Got a pretty decent copy of the Marvel Tales 67 30-cent test cover, and the Marvel Tales 68 30-cent test cover, 2 more that I needed. Got Luke Cage, number 33, 30-cent test cover. So I think I'm closing in. I think I'm at about 120 of the covers I need. So I need 60 some more and I'll have the set completed, which is a tough task, but I'm still working on it. This is banged up, but it was very cheap. I don't even think it was $1. Brave and the Bold Whitman variant. Forget they don't have the numbers on there, and I always forget to take them out and check the numbers before I show them. So I did that once again, but got a Superman Black Circle Whitman test cover. Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes Black Circle Whitman. And this was my big pickup. I've been looking for this book for a long time. I waited a bit too long to buy it. I should have bought, I had my eyes on a really nice copy about 17 to 20 years ago, and I think it was like $400 back then, and I should have bought it. This book goes for big money, and I've kind of given up on getting a high grade copy. But I got this copy, got a pretty nice deal on it. Definitely, I think, cheaper than what the GPA is on it. This copy's probably about a 5.5, maybe a 6.0, but I got a great deal on this. Green Lantern 76, legendary cover by Neil Adams, his first work on Green Lantern, and I'm very happy to have it. I have all the big money Neil Green Lantern books. I think I only need a couple more now to finish this run, so I was stoked to get this out of the way, and want to thank all of you, as always, for taking the time to watch my videos. I always appreciate your time. So take care of yourselves and enjoy your comics.